Hello everybody and welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit for round number 2 of Inside Line Racing Tier 2 today on the Xbox One. And yeah, of course we are here in Bahrain. My name is Shootmaster22, or Ollie as I'm also known as, and yeah, really looking forward to tonight's race. Unfortunately, Jack could not join me, so I am on my own this evening, but I'm sure we'll have a great race. Apologies for the delay as well. We had some lobby issues early on, so but again they are finally sorted, so we are right in the action. Hopefully you are ready in the chat, because I will be reading out your comments throughout the race, and hopefully, like I said, we have a fantastic race here in Bahrain. Last week, of course, we were in Australia, where Overkill won the inaugural race on Xbox in ILR, with Lilry in second and Perez in third. We had a couple of lag issues last week, so the likes of I think it was Ninja was up there as well, and a couple of other guys, unfortunately they had those issues. So hopefully we haven't got those issues this week, with 9 minutes left of the session, and yeah, looking forward to this. Hello everybody in the chat room. Let's get some hype. Let's get it going in the chat. I want to hear your how's your day gone? How's life? Let's get it going in the chat. 8 minutes 55 left. Us on board with Ricardo 93X, who is in McLaren. He looks to be first. No, he's not first on track, but these guys are just starting their first laps here in Bahrain. Should be a good one. Looking forward to the Bahrain. One of my favourite tracks in the calendar. I know a bit of a weird one to have a favourite, but you know, some good corners around here. Tricky turn 10 has velocity going, cutting turn 3 quite a lot there. Hopefully no penalty for him. We'll stay on board with him, because round turn 4 down the hill here in Bahrain. Lovely section of the track, almost flat out through here. Of course, this is where Rosberg and Hamilton were side by side a couple of years ago. An excellent battle we had, as Peanut goes faster, 1:29.7 for now, but Hardy Harley with a 28.9. So, and Ilry, everyone, those times are being beat over and over again. So the times are tumbling here in Sakir in Bahrain. Still on board with Velocity. We'll stay on board with them for the rest of the lap. Second DRS on at the moment. Coming to start just the end of sector number 2. Ilry currently on pole with a 28.3. I'd hope they could get into the 27. That's what the sort of guys were chatting about in the Twitter chat that we do have. They were getting into the 27, so hopefully we can get those guys in there as well. Down the third straight, I'd say, well, third or fourth straight we have here in Bahrain for Velocity. What can he do? He comes across the line, and where will he go? He will go 8th for now. So 10 drivers done the laps. Lilry currently on pole, 28.3. Still quite a few drivers yet to do. Height, of course, has got a penalty, so Height will not be qualifying, so he will sit at the back of the grid. I don't quite sure what the penalty is for, but I'll have to talk to him after the race. He did say watch him if the race did get boring, so I'll keep an eye on him at the end of the race. But still 4 drivers left to do their well, 3 drivers left, as Height is retired already. 6 minutes 30 left. What's everybody's predictions for this race? It's going to be a difficult one. Tricky track to negotiate, of course, with quite a few difficult corners around the circuit. Like I said, turn 10 especially. I've never managed to get that right. When my league racing experience, I just can't seem to do it properly. I mean, that is just because of my inexperience of league racing, maybe. Not quite sure. If I could get any tips for turn 10, that would be brilliant in the chat. But who else we got on a lap? Oh, that's double stacking for Force India there between Nate Dogg and where his teammate is. His teammate is Perez, and in 15th. So Perez yet to do a lap, as Affinity has as well. Ricardo's out again. He comes round the last section of the track. Is he on those soft tyres, or is he on the supers? He is on the soft tyres. So doing something different, Ricardo, as well as a couple of drivers. Overkill doing the same thing. Starting on the soft tyre. 29.2 for him at the moment. So Ricardo will come over the line. Where will he go? He goes 12th for now. We're taking Nate Dogg in 13th place. what we're saying in the chat then. We've got no messages in the chat at the moment. Let's get some love in the chat, guys. Wanna see what everybody's planning. What everybody's predictions. That would be brilliant to get on screen for me. Button comes into the pits as well. What's Tommy doing? Let's see if he's on a lap or not. Looks like he is. He comes down the final straight towards the last corner. Where will he go? Around the final bend in the Mercedes, of course. He is coming to the pits. Okay, so almost everybody in the pits now. Putting a new set of tyres on, and then they'll be on their way for some more laps. You've got some people in the chat finally. There we go. We've got... I don't know. How do I pronounce that name? Umsen. I'm going to go with Umsen. Umsen's in the chat. Oh, you are on. Oh, you're on the circuit. I see. Right. Okay. Perfect. What was your gamer tag? That'll be nice to know. And I also got Hunter sporting Chris, who currently is. Where is Chris on my list? Chris is not here. Has Chris lagged out? Chris may have lagged out, unfortunately, Hunter. So hopefully we can get him back in the lobby. I did see someone leave very last minutes before we got going for today's Grand Prix. But hopefully we can get him back in. There you are. I see you on the grid now, Umsen. I now see you. Perfect. Right, you're down in 10th at the moment. Bromsen? Okay, we're going over Bromsen. That's a difficult one for me to say. Anyway, excuse me. 3 minutes 30 left. Everybody's still in the pits, but Amaze seems to be the first out. So we'll stay on board with the Toro Rosso driver. For now, it looks like Chris is starting in last place according to Hunter. Thank you very much for that information. Guys, if you can share the stream out, I will chuck it in the chat. That will be fantastic. Get as many people watching Tier 2. I know a lot of people will be watching Tier 1 with those big names in there, but we need as many people watching Tier 2. We need some love in Tier 2, as well as Tier 3, of course. But stay with Tier 2. This is where it's good at the moment. So, yeah, these guys, 2 minutes 50 left. A lot of these still in the pits, actually. They should be able to get out in time if they get a move on, if they get their asses in gear. But yeah, hopefully we can get moving very soon with these drivers. So still on board with Amazed. He is coming down the second at DRS straight in Bahrain. Yeah, and yeah, like I said earlier, Overkill leading the championship for winning in Australia with Lilry in second and Perez in third. The man we're on board with Amazed. Currently, where is he on my list on the board? So Amazed did not race first time round, so this is his first race of the season, I believe, unless I've got his gamer tag wrong. I don't believe I have. So yeah, first race for him. Let's see what he can do. He comes across the line to start his second flying lap, currently in P2. Comes down to turn 1. Difficult braking zone here. Locks up slightly. Seems to nail that very well through turn 1, 2 and 3. Let's see if he's improved on his time. It is enabled already. Comes up towards turn 4. Will Amazed improve in sector 1? Goes round turn 4 and then down the hill. Will he improve? I swear that's the zone. He doesn't unless it's invalidated. There's no green or red, so maybe he has invalidated. I'll keep an eye on that. What about it's Tommy? He's about to start his last lap. 1 minute 20 left here in the session. Hey, we got Melanie in the chat. Fantastic. The man who came third last night in SRL. And he's spotting Ninjas, Perez and Height. Fantastic. Nice to have you here, Melanie. So, almost everybody out on a lap bar 5 people. Well, on out laps. Anyway, let's get back on board with Amazed. And maybe that's a telemetry issue I'm having with Amazed. See if is he slowing down? Yes, he is. So he must have made a mistake. So Amazed slowing down, and that is also Affinity slowing down his teammates. So Amazed going for another lap. Also got near the end of the lap. Everyone Button's starting his lap. Hardy 5-minute lap, but definitely not his lap. What about Ninjas? He seems to be starting his first lap, so stay on board with Ninjas. Unfortunately, last week Ninjas got massive. I think he had a couple of screen freezes. So Ninja was going for the win, unfortunately, and then going for the win. Unfortunately, he had those issues. So he the screen freezes, that does happen to some people. Payne has retired from the session. Where is Payne on my list? Payne, the best he can do it will be 7th place. He's retired at turn 1 and 2. Okay, so stay on board with Ninjas. Comes down the second of 2 DRS straights. Nicely through this sweeping left-hander, going up towards sector number 3. Great area of the track. Difficult to overtake. We did see Bottas and Hamilton do this. Was it this year or last year? I don't remember. But the time has ended, so these guys, this is it. It's Tommy. Is currently on pole with the 28 flat. Can Ninjas beat that? He comes round the final. Technically 2 corners, but I'm going to call it 1 corner. He comes round there nice and clean. Can Ninjas put it on pole? Doesn't look like he can. He will go to 3rd place for Ninjas. What about everybody else? Lilry comes towards the line. Can he improve on his time? He won't. He will stay in 2nd place. Overkill will get 3rd. So Ninja drops down to 4th place. Amaze is further back. Button in the Ferrari, coming round the final bend. Can he improve on his time? He will. He goes up to 5th place. What can Amaze do? The Toro Rosso man, he comes around the final bend. Will he be able to improve on 6th place? It looks like he will. Oh, he won't. He will stay in 6th place. It looks like maybe invalidation. It looked like, because he was quicker there. Harley will get 7th. What can Peanut do in the McLaren? Comes across the line. Looks like 9th place for him as well. So that is the grid for you. We'll read it out once it comes back on screen. But a close qualifying here in Bahrain in Tier 2. Let me know your predictions for the race as well. So it's Tommy on pole with Lilry in 2nd. Overkill in 3rd. Ninjas in 4th. Button 5th. Amaze 6th. Harley in 7th. Payne 8th. Peanut 9th. Brunton in 10th. Velocity 11th. Nate Dogg 12th, Ricardo 13th, Height 14th, Perez 15th, Affinity 16th, and that is it for the grid. So here we go, guys. It is race time very, very soon. Stay with us for round 2 of ILR. Sorry, I always get that confused. ILR. My mistake, guys. I do apologise. There we go. 5.4 kilometre track here. Not sure how many laps we've got. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, it is race time, and I'm really looking forward to this. Bahrain always throws up a great surprise. The last time I commented over this race, 2 or 3 of the top 5 had punctures on the last couple of laps, and it went crazy. It was absolutely amazing, and that was also my first ever solo commentary as well in SRL this season. So, yeah, got to big up SRL. I'm trying not to talk about them too much. We are commentating over ILR and not SRL tonight. But, yeah, 25 seconds to go here in Bahrain. I shall quickly tweet out one more time the race. I got more notifications. Who is that like in my... That is someone else. But quickly tweet this. So here we go then, guys. It is race time here in Bahrain. Our first desert race. It is 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. The Ferrari gets a really bad start there. Lilry getting a bad start. Can Overkill capitalise on that? Doesn't look like he can. Tommy going defensive, going into turn 1, 2 and 3. It's a harsh one to get through in the background, but Lilry holds it wide. They're all just about getting through turn 1, 2 and 3. It's Tommy's got a great lead. 4 tenths already. Come on, there's a huge crash in the background. That is almost 4 cars off there. Toro Rosso, Mercedes, Force India. It looks like Brunton's got a 5-second penalty already for collision with Button. So crazy times at the back of the grid, unfortunately, for those guys. But we'll stay on board with the leading pack. It's Tommy leads coming through sector number 2 towards to 9 and 10. Lilry in 2nd. Overkill 3rd. Ninjas 4th. Payne 5th. Harley in 6th. Height 7th. Peanut 8th. Ricardo 9th. And Perez in 10th. Oh, tricky break-ins. Lots of locking up on those cold tyres for the drivers. But lots of changes towards the back of the grid, unfortunately, for those guys. Hopefully they can get that sorted for the race. But Tom still leading almost, excuse me, almost a second already on lap number 1. Who have we got further back? Everyone's still pretty close here. Looks like Ninjas is getting right on the grill of Overkill on lap number 1. They come towards the final sector of the track. Payne further back. Let's take a look if we can see anything further back with the guys who did have damage. Brunson and Amaze are there at the back of the grid, so lots of damage for those guys. Tommy does a new faster lap, of course, the man going across the line first. Yeah, lots of damage, no front wing for these guys at the back, but further at the front, it's Tommy still leading. Further back, no moves, it looks like very close. Overkill getting to the back of Lillery through turn 1 and 2. It looks like Harley and Height are getting involved. Height's had a great start. Height started in 14-15. That's a brilliant start for him. Harley in 6th. Height, let's just double check who the winners and losers on lap number 1 there. Look, it is Height, Chris and Affinity making loads of positions, as well as Ricardo. But Height is a real winner, and of course Button and Amazed losing 11 places each on lap number 1, unfortunately for those guys. But we'll stay on board with Height. He did tell me beforehand, stay on board with him because he's going to throw up a storm here, and he's proven us right, gaining 7 positions off the start. Currently in 7th place at the moment on the second of 2 DRS zones. Of course, no DRS at the moment. We've got, it's Ollie wants to go on board with Tom. Okay, I can go on board with him, but he is in the lead, so not really much happened there, Ollie. Hunter spotting Maka, I presume that is Chris, down in 11th, but he's again done a good job so far. Hunter gaining 6 positions off the start. We'll get back on board with the guys further back. Looks like Overkill has lost a little bit of time to Lillery on lap number 2. I'm sure once DRS comes into play, everything will be condensed back together, and that's what we like to see here in ILR. Further back, Ninjas up into 4th. Payne getting 2 positions off the start. Coasting already, coming down the straight. Oh, big lockup for the Renault man there, struggling here. The top 7 have really gotten away from everybody else. Ricardo further back, the man in 8th, with his teammate behind him, but further back it looks like Perez and Chris. Oh, almost Chris losing the back end there, coming up towards turn 4. Can Maka do it? Coming down, can he go down the inside into turn 4? He looks for the move, but pulls out last minute. Can he get a better run than Perez? He looks like he can. Can he go side by side through the downhill section? This would be impressive if he can do that, but doesn't look like he can. Both on the soft tyre here. A bit of a corner cut from Chris there. Maybe commentator's curse. Yellow flags in sector 1. It looks like that's Nate in the wall. Oh dear, driving back onto the track as well. So Nate has spun at turn number 4, unfortunately for the Force India man. Hopefully he can get that repaired and get back into the points. But further up, Tom still leading, 1.2 seconds for the Mercedes man. Lillery in 2nd. Let's get back on broadcast cam there. Lovely, that's much better. Overkill in 3rd. Ninjas in 4th. The Renaults are battling away. Payne and Harley. Payne looks to be holding up his teammate. Will we see team orders for these guys? He goes to the inside line. Will that allow Harley through? Doesn't look like. Payne holding his teammate up. This isn't going to help for the Renault boys as they come round the final corner. DS will be enabled very soon, so maybe, oh, he's going to the inside line. Is that defensive or is he just letting him through? We'll have to wait and see. But who Harley has got past, it looks like, but yeah, he has let him pass pretty quickly. And Height has also got past. Oh, Height got for him to move down the inside. There's a brilliant move from Height, but he's pushed. Oh no, and that is Harley round. Contact between Height, Payne and Harley there, and that is him round at turn number 2, down in the 10th place. 11th place, Chris has just got him as well, so unfortunate contact between teammates and Height, causing Harley down to go down to 11th place, so that is really unfortunate for the man in the banana car, losing 4 places off the start now, unfortunate. So hopefully Payne can do it for Team Renault here, but he's got a battle with other cars around him now. But let's get back on board with the battle for P7. We've got the McLaren boys are together as well. So let's see, we've got team orders here as well. Payne and Height are still together as well. Will Payne go down the inside? No, not yet. Payne looks to be struggling on those super softs. He's only done 4 laps at the moment. I'm not quite sure how many laps he did do on those in qualifying. That would be great to know. Because if Codemaster could do an update, they would to add tyre telemetry. That would be perfect for me, so I could see how the tyre wear is doing. But can Payne go down the inside here a little bit too far away? Oh, he's very close to the back of Height through the final corner. Can he make any moves? He's going to have to get past him. Height, of course, is on those soft tyres. So we'll see what Payne can do. Down the straight. DRS is wide open. Height goes to the inside of the line. Does he just switch back? Doesn't look like Can Payne do it? Doesn't look like he can either. Needs to stay behind him as we go up towards turn 4. Height losing the back end slightly. Can Payne do it up to turn number 4? Does he go to the inside line? Looks, fakes it, and Height still staying in P5 for now. So Harley's back up to 9th place as well, getting past Chris. No, he hasn't, actually. Let's look further back. Are they side by side? They are side by side through turn number 4. Harley battling away with the Cyberman. Both these guys started near the back of the grid. What can Chris do? Can Chris hold him off? Chris goes very wide there. I wouldn't be surprised if Chris gets a penalty very soon. He's all over the place in that Sauber with Harley right on his tail. Can Harley do anything on the second of 2 DRS straights? Down the tricky turn 10. Looks, ooh, a bit of opposite lock for Harley. And that's going to allow Perez. No, Perez doesn't do it either. So, no overtaking as of yet. Tom still leading here in Bahrain. As Lilry in second and Overkill in third. What are we saying in the chat? Oh my, it's got all sorts of things going on. All having a little bit of a fight. Let's keep it nice in the chat, guys. Let's keep it nice. We're all friends. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm friends with everybody, I think. But it's Ollie. I presume you're getting past Height, so you want Payne to get past. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that battle. But we'll see what Harley can do down the straight, unless someone else is closer. It doesn't look like. The close battle is Harley, Chris and Perez. Affinity isn't too far back either. Oh, and the McLarens are side by side, and that is Ricciardo up the inside of Peanut there. McLaren boys, there's no team orders there. They're fighting away side by side as they come up to turn 4. Who is better on the brakes? Who will do it? Peanut has gone the wrong way there. Peanut has not. He's not better on the brakes, and Ricciardo holds the position for now. Coming down the hill towards turn 9. Over the curbs. He's got a little bit wide there. Can Peanut pounce on that? Doesn't look like he can. Chris is getting involved as well, so we've got a 4-way fight. P number 7 now, and the guys for the back, Perez and Affinity, are pretty close as well, so we almost have a 6-way train fighting for P number 7. The guys in front are also having a great battle, but this is a better battle at the moment. Can Chris do anything towards turn number 11? What's happened there? No, it's fine. Peanut still holding, but actually Ricciardo's gone wide, and Ricciardo's lost a load of positions there, and that is Ricciardo down to 10th place. I think he went deep into turn number 10. Unfortunately, I missed that. So Ricciardo down to 10th place, letting his teammates back through up to 7th. So Harley making his way back, as well as Chris up the grid. Can Affinity do anything down the straight? Wouldn't recommend going down the inside there. You do have the DRS for the next bit. Affinity. Oh no, and that is Perez into the back of Affinity there, and that's damage for the Force India man. But further ahead, there's side-by-side action between Chris and Peanut. Who is better on the brakes? It looks like Chris is lost. Lots of lockups there. Tyre smoke everywhere for these guys, but Chris up to 7th place. Now, getting 10 positions off his starting position. That is, honestly, that's the greatest start in a long time for Chris. 7 laps in, getting 10 positions, as well as Height getting 9 positions. So, some great movers and some great losers here in ILR tonight in Bahrain. 7 laps done, 7 laps out of 29 done here at the moment. Height lost a position to Payne. It looks like, what's gone on there? Height and Payne having a bit of a boxing match. Has Height got damage to that front wing? I think he's okay. Of course, each front wing is slightly different, so it's difficult to know how much damage each driver has on their car. But who else we got close? Affinity and Harley are still very close at the moment. Affinity are on the medium tyres, it looks like, as well. So doing something different. Started at the very back of the grid, of course. Yes, there is podium interviews we will have after. So if you've got any questions for the drivers, let me know right at the end, and I will ask them as well. I also want your driver of the day once we get there. Ricciardo, the first man to get a 3-second time penalty. Unfortunately, the McLaren driver down in 11th place. Can Affinity do anything into the final quarter? Harley almost defending through there. Oh, that is a huge corner cut from Affinity. Surely that's got to be a warning as both drivers come into the pits. No, just Harley into the pits. The first man into the pits quite early, unless he's going to do a two-stop here. We'll keep an eye on what he's doing. What will the Renault man do? What tyres is he going on to? They soft tyres, it looks like, but of course there is a bit of a glitch with the game. So he's on to the medium. So he is going to the no, he's on the softs. I don't know what's going on here. Apparently he's not even there. Okay. Anyway, so Harley onto the soft tyres, it looks like. It did say medium for a second there. But anyway, it's Tommy still leading the race by 2.2 seconds. Overkill and Lillery still very close on track, battling for P2. Can Overkill do anything? The man who won last week in Australia. Lillery, of course, on the podium as well. Perez, unfortunately, down in 11th. He has got damage on that front wing. So that's really not ideal. Oh, sideways for Lillery coming out of the start of the last sector. That may compromise him coming into the final corner. Can Overkill do anything? Lillery, of course, has no DRS. Will he come into the pits? It looks like the leaders come into the pits. So, at second place. So, can Overkill do the overcut? Can Ninjas join him on that? We'll have to keep an eye on these gaps now. Tom and Lillery into the pits. Who will be better in the pits? So both onto the medium tyre. And it's Tommy has got ahead of Lillery in the pits. So both onto the medium tyre. So they will be going to the end of the race. Both those drivers. So they come out. They're coming out in clean air. Oh, sort of. Just about. If Lillery can get Perez here, just about does. So both come out in clean air, luckily for them, on those fresh medium tyres. What are we talking about in the chat then? Are we still arguing? Hopefully we're not. No, I will not invite you to the party, Ollie, because I am a solo commentator this evening, unfortunately. But who have we got close on track? Ninjas and Overkill still pretty close. Will these guys come in? They've seen the top two come in. Will they join them coming on lap number 9? Keep an eye on these guys, number 1 and 2. Overkill, of course, won last week. Ninjas would have been on for a podium, but he had those lag issues last week. 20 laps to go here. Payne and Height aren't too far back. Height will, of course, be going longer on the soft tyres, so he'll come into play towards the end of the race. Ninjas and Overkill, would they come into the pits? They are both staying out for another lap. Okay, they're doing well on their tyres then. What about Payne? He's staying out as well. Height staying out. Chris is also staying out. He's on the soft tyres. He'll be out for a bit longer. And then we've got Infinity on the mediums already. And then the net race leader, it's Tommy in 7th place. Lillery in 8th. Perez, of course, yet to pit with damage to that front wing. The right side, it looks like, for him, unfortunately, hitting the back of, I think it was Affinity he hit the back of. I'm not 100% on that. And I should have said anything. I've commented, cursed him, and he has a 3-second time penalty. That is a question, Ollie. Can he get the overcut? Can Overkill get the overcut? And I just missed that battle, but Harley's got past Peanut there through turn 1. Can Peanut get him back? He is right in the back of his gearbox coming up to turn 4. He pops it down the inside. Can he do it? Later on the brakes, still side by side. Round turn number 4. They've got Brunson in front of him. This may cause. They're still side by side. Oh, and it looks like Harley had to brake, but Peanut has gone a little bit deep. Can he go down the inside? Oh, a bit of potentially pushing him round. Coming down the hill, he's still pushing him. Can he do anything through turn 10? And Brunson is right in front of them and is stopping this battle, but he is also, of course, involved. Can he go down the inside? That's down the inside through turn 10. Can he make that move stick? And that is Brunson going very wide as well. They're still side by side. Where's Brunson gone? He's fallen back down to to 13th. Peanut is still there. Harley ducks back in. No, he hasn't. He's still side by side through turn 11. Can he make that stick? No, there's Peanut around the outside, but he's gone wide. Can Harley do it? Looks like he can, but he's still on the inside. Peanut, who will be able to do it? Still side by side. It's almost 6 corners have done it. And Peanut's still there. No, they're still side by side off the track for Harley. And are they still going? They're still going. This is absolutely brilliant racing. It's been side by side through almost half the race. Sorry, half the lap. And Peanut goes down the inside, but he's been pushed wide again, Harley. They're still side by side. Almost a whole lap side by side. This is absolutely brilliant racing. And Brunson trying to get involved as well. Oh my, this is brilliant. Oh, they're 3 abreast coming down towards turn 1. Who's better on the brakes? It looks like Brunson's going to get it in the Mercedes car, but it looks like Harley is finally round. What an excellent piece of driving from all 3 drivers. Absolutely brilliant here in Bahrain. And Brunson's had to defend from Peanut as well, but down the inside for the McLaren man. Can he make that move? Still side by side between both these guys, and it looks like Peanut has made it through. But as we were talking for that battle, Overkill and Ninjas came into the pits, and they are now behind the top 2. So the overcut did not work for those 2 drivers. So it's Tommy back in net P1. Of course, Height and Chris Macker are yet to pit at the moment on the soft tyres. It's Tommy, Lilry, Overkill, and Ninjas. Payne is there as well in 5th place, I believe. No, so 7th place. Or 5th, technically 5th place. Once the top 2 come into play. Oh, that was quite the battle. My throat is hurting a bit there. Much better. Lovely. A little bit of Diet Coke. I'm not sponsored, unfortunately. Anyway. Stay on board with the race leader. It's Tommy. Coming on, of course, lap number 12 on those medium tyres. He will be going to the end, of course, the Mercedes man. Yeah, I will give the legend that is Harley some screen time. Well, he did do it fantastic earlier. Velocity and Brunson into the pits, down in 13th and 14th as well. We got close on track. It looks like Overkill and Ninjas are very close on track. Ninjas just outside the DRS zone at the moment, coming through turn 10. Just about does it there. Nice and clean, of course, for the Houseman. Payne in 7th, Perez in 8th. Still, I don't think he has pitted yet. No, Perez, the only man to not pit. Affinity's got a DNF, unfortunately for him. So down to 16 drivers here in Bahrain. Height finally into the pits. Will Chris join him? It looks like Chris will. And I think Tommy, he's coming around the final bend already. So Tommy will take back the lead of the race. Can Height or Chris do anything? So it looks like Height goes onto the medium tyres. And so will Chris finally into the pit. So Chris in the side, but also going on to the mediums. So what can Height do here? He will come out in 6th place, and he's not too far back off the back of Payne either. So this could work for the man who started in 14th place. He's the guys in front aren't too far away, so we'll keep an eye on what Height can do. Also, Chris isn't too far back either. Perez, of course, is still yet to pit, so he should be able to get past Perez quite easy, Chris, because of the tyre advantage here. Almost looking through turn 4. Harley is in the background as well. Can he get back involved for some more screen time? Chris and Perez side by side, and Perez lets it through quite easily there. No problem battling with Chris on those fresh medium tyres. He's all over the place. Perez got the damage, and he's yet to pit. And Harley should get past him pretty easily as well. Going very wide round turn 9 there. And Harley in the Renault getting past him rather easily. Top 2 split now. 4 tenths between Tommy and Lillery. Lillery got a little bit wide there. Commentator's curse, unfortunately, strikes again, and it's now up to a second. I shouldn't have said anything. Classic. Right. Overkill back in P3. 3.2 seconds off second place. Can he progress further up the table? That is the question on everybody's lips, as well as the fight for the lead and all the other positions we do have. We're still 16 drivers left here in Bahrain around this 5.4 kilometer racetrack. Here's a quiz for those guys who are watching. What year was this race run as a night race? What year was the first time it did that? Give it a guess in the comments. I know the answer, of course. Of course, don't Google it because that's cheating. So what year was the first time Bahrain was run as a night race? Let me know in the comment section. Lillery gaining time back now on its Tommy. Both pitted on the same lap, so their tyres are on should be on equal amount depending on their setup, of course. It's always getting it right with 2014. Good job. Hopefully you didn't Google that because that is definitely cheating, but I'm sure you didn't. But Lillery on the back of the leader. He's been in second throughout the race. I believe he did start in second as well. Yep, the top four exactly where they started on the grid after qualifying. 7/10 split the top two, and Overkill is ticking that gap down. Almost it's all about 2/10 a lap, so if he can get involved, that would be brilliant. Payne on the back of Ninjas as well, but we'll stay on board with the top two. Lillery getting very sideways out of the final corner there. Not making any ground at the moment. His 510's DRS is wide open as they come down towards turn number one. The Fryman a little bit too far away to make any moves there. Goes a little bit deep there as well. Yellow flags in sector 2. Can't seem to see who that is for. Is that Nate? No, maybe that is Nate, who was ghosting. Still yellow flags. That Brunton has retired from the race. Oh, he's binned it there. Where has he done that? That is the exit of turn 9. So lost the back end, it looks like, and he's out. So down to 16 drivers, unfortunately. It's Tommy's teammate out of the race. I'm going to stay on board with the man in second. The man in the Ferrari, Lillery. Oh dear, Brunson. What happened there? Lost the back end, did you? Okay, that's handy to know. So Ryan and Tom are in the party together. So, see if they're talking. I can't imagine they are. I imagine they're very quiet, sweating away, trying to kind of see what they can do. Lillery taking a different line through that corner there. Further back, Payne and Ninja. Payne dropping off Overkill over the last couple of laps. Maybe just chilling out for a bit. And his tyre recover slightly, maybe. But let's look at the position change. Okay, that's still up. Look at the tyre. There we go. That's much better. But Chris, not too far back in 7th. 12 seconds, but it's them. Height on the back of Payne as well. So a good fight for P4 at the moment. They're still a little bit split up. Height somehow slows that down in the half. That was amazing. I thought he was going to go mega deep through turn 1 there, but he manages to stop it in time. Top 2 split by 3/10 now. Looks like he went a bit deep, Lillery there, so dropping back again for him. Payne ever closer to Ninjas. I'm not sure what's going on with Ninjas. He got damage on that front wing. Looks to be okay. Going a bit slow though. But Payne, can he make a move on the second of 2 DRS straights? Ninjas goes very defensive through turn 9. That's really going to compromise his exit. Can Payne do anything through 10? We'll have to keep an eye on that. Difficult braking zone, of course. Can he make a move down the inside? Oh, big lock up on the front left for the Renault driver. What's Height doing? Height's a little bit further back. Can Payne do anything down the second DRS straight? Difficult to make any move down here. We have seen it, of course, already in this race, but no moves for Payne at the moment. Can he get him through the last section of the circuit behind Ninjas? Oh, looks at the inside line, trying to put him off, it looks like, but not doing anything for now. Height is getting involved as well. Further down, we got Chris in 7th, Harley in 8th, Peanut 9th, and Button in 10th. But we'll stay on board with Height. He has a perfect view of P5 and 4 in front of him. It looks like Ninjas has gone defensive already. Can Height do anything? Can Payne do anything? That is the question. Payne goes towards the Racing 9. Height has the perfect view of this. I'm staying on board with him for a better view. Height goes a little bit deep there. Ninjas is holding the inside line. Can Payne go around the outside? It looks like he can, and that is a great move from Payne. Round the outside, back on the inside for turn number 2, and Payne Got the P4, and Ninjas may lose a position to Height as well. Maybe team orders. He's going to go around the outside. He just about does it. And that is Height up to 5th as well. So Ninjas loses 2 positions in 4 corners there, unfortunately, for the Haasman. Height got very wide there. So Height from P14 is now up to 5th, and he's vying for that podium. Perez gets a 3-second penalty. So that's the 3rd penalty we have had here. And Payne goes raw drift around there, Height almost into the back of his rear wheels. Luckily, no damage for the Haasman. He was very close. Payne, Tokyo drift, round turn 10. That's not how you do it, mate. But Payne holds P4 for now, maybe struggling on those medium tyres. Of course, Height and Chris are the guys on fresh mediums because they started on the soft tyres. So we'll keep an eye on those guys because they will be storming through the grid. We'll stay on board with Height. Is Ninja still there? Ninja's dropped back to almost a second already on Payne and Height, fighting for P4. They're almost side by side. Payne going towards the inside line, trying to break the slipstream. Can Height do anything? Payne will not have DRS here. Can Height do anything? We'll stay on board the back of Payne's rear wing. Height going around the outside, switches back to the inside. Can Height move? Does another switch back. Can Height go around the outside here into turn 1? He just about does it. What can he do? Oh, with a bit of bang in there, but Height is round the outside and he's made the move stick. That's a brilliant move from the Haas. Payne is still on the racing line. Height has the inside line. Payne's going to have to go around the outside through turn 4. Oh, he's on the brakes. Height is early on the brakes there. Can he go around the outside? Payne, this is brilliant racing side by side through turn number 4. How can he go through down the hill? Still side by side. Lewis Hamilton Rosberg sort of moment there, but he gets pushed wide, and that is Height staying in 4th for now. And that is some brilliant racing, both Renault and Haas. And that is Ninja trying to get involved again. He did drop back slightly, but the battling between Height and Payne has allowed Ninjas to get back involved with the tussle for 4th place. But Height up into 4th place now, getting 10 positions off the start. So is Chris as well. But what great battling for P number 4 there. Lillery dropping off 1.4 seconds to it's Tommy now in front with 11 laps to go here in Bahrain. What a brilliant race we've had so far. Oh dear, my throat is absolutely, it's in so much agony. After last night's stream as well, I did it solo. This is great. Oh dear me. Anyway, everybody a little bit spaced out now. Ninja's dropping out of that second window. Has he got DRS? He does have DRS at the moment. Can Payne do anything? No, Payne's a little bit too far back at the moment. Harley and Chris are still battling away. Does he have DRS as well? There he goes. Lovely. Opens right on time. Yeah, unfortunately everybody else a little bit spaced out at the moment. We'll stay on board with Payne because he is closest on track. But of course he also on those worn medium tyres. So it's gonna be tricky for him to get anywhere. But we'll see what we can do. See what he can do here. Height still holding P4. Let's get back on broadcast cam. Much better. Payne 8/10 behind. Ninja's getting ever so close. So Ninja's coming back to play once again. Like I said, he dipped slightly over the last couple of laps, but he's getting back into it again. So it's good to see from the Haas driver. Of course, Payne is in a Haas sandwich at the moment here in Bahrain. Doing a good job at the moment though. Keeping P6. Where did he finish last week? So he did finish in P5 last week. So he doesn't. He will be. Well, he won on a pro from last week, but again, he is on those worn medium tyres. Further back, Chris in 7th with Harley behind him. Peanut in 9th. Button 10th. Amazed down in 11th after the contact on lap number 1. Velocity in 12th. Perez 13th. Ricardo in 14th. Nate Dogg in 15th, but looks like he is ghosting, so he is not contesting for the positions. Harley finally in the pits for the Renault man. This is his second stop, it looks like, going on to the super soft tyres. Yellow flags in sector number 3. Is that Lillery round? Nope. Just not sure what was going on there. It looks may have been Amazed See what's going on there. Is that Perez? Someone has spun. Oh, it looks like it's LRT button. Sorry, LRT velocity is around in sector number 3, and it looks like he is retired from the race. So unfortunate for the Red Bull driver, out of the race here in Bahrain. So it looks like Lillery has wing damage. That is why he's dropping off the back. Thank you very much, Ollie. That's massively helpful for me to know. So maybe that's why he's dropping off. And Overkill is not far off the back of Lillery now. After you said about that damage, he could make a move up in the second place. We'll keep an eye on this gap between the top 2. Less than a second now as he come around the final bend. Start lap number 21. 9 laps remaining here in Bahrain. And further back, Height is really gaining. Could Height get on the podium? What do you think, guys? Can Height get back on the podium? Can Height get a podium here in Bahrain? Let me know in the comments. But you're doing a great job up in 4th place. Payne isn't too far back. Ninjas again dropping off. 2.1 seconds off the back. Harley got past Amazed as well. And he's retired, unfortunately. Amazed out of the race. Is that damage? Yeah, massive damage on the front left of that front wing, unfortunately for him. And he is out of the race. Another Toro Rosso out. So, back on board with battle for P, number 2. Overkill and Lillery. And actually Lillery, even though with that damage, he is only 9/10. So has Tom made a mistake there? Is that damage for Tom? Some can't see. No damage on that front wing. Harley gets a 3-second time penalty. Overkill 3/10 behind Lillery here. Bit of a corner cut there from the Williams driver, but like we said, Lillery has that front wing damage. Can he make a move? He's already going past. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Is that any damage for Overkill? Doesn't look like, but it seems to be okay. Lillery's getting the DRS from the ghosting Nate Dogg. So can Overkill coming down the inside? No, he can't, not for now. More contact between both the drivers. Hopefully we don't have any, it doesn't end in tears here in Bahrain. Overkill in P3 coming up towards turn 4. Can he make a move here? Tries to go tighter to the apex. Can't make that move stick for now, but he is really pounding Lillery now. Lillery really struggling on that with that broken front wing. Of course, did pit a little bit earlier as well. Lillery, of course, Harley, fastest lap of a 30.4. He is on those fresh super softs, and he is back in the point as well in 9th place. Tommy seems to be slowing down. Don't know whether that's because of his tyres or some other reason. With 7 laps remaining here in Sakir in Bahrain. Lillery really struggling around turn 11. There is. We'll keep an eye. We're on board with this battle because everybody else is a little bit spread out at the moment. Can Overkill do it this time round? It's Tommy. May get the DRS if he can put his foot down the straight. Can Overkill do it before the final corner? Will he dive it down the inside? You know he won't at the moment. He gets a far tighter line through the final corner. Lillery will not get Oh, Lillery's coming. No, he's not coming in. Almost faked coming into the pits. He's right on the inside, right against the barrier as they come down towards turn 1. Can Overkill go around the outside of Lillery? We're both gone cheap there. Can Overkill do the switch back? He's going to go around the outside around turn 2. Doesn't look like he can, but he just goes back to the inside line turn 3 up towards turn 4. Who is going to be better on the brakes? It's going to struggle for Lillery with that damage. Can Overkill do it? He does a massive undercut there. Can he make that work? Almost side by side. Doesn't look like he can. Oh, he's pushing Lillery through this downhill section. Lillery, a great defensive drive, and is all helping. It's Tommy up in first place. Goes very deep, Lillery, through turn number 9 towards turn number 10. Height is right on the back of these guys as well, so Overkill really struggling to get past Lillery, and that is allowing Height to get right on the back of this battle. This is brilliant. 3-way fight for P number 2. If Height can get on the podium, this would be absolutely brilliant. Starting way back in 14th place. Lillery struggling, going very wide there. Can Overkill do it in this section. He's struggling to get him in any other location. Can Overkill do it? Go down the inside. Oh, that is high going. It's very sideways. And Lillery. Oh no, there's more damage for everybody there. I'm not sure what is going on, but I've got to do all over my thing. Oh, that is annoying. Oh dear me. Some sort of game glitch there. I've got no names on my screen. Oh, that's just great. Okay, I'll try to remember who is who now. So it looks like Overkill has got front wing damage there. He's almost pushing him there. Looks like Lillery is lagging all over the place here. And that's Height down the inside as well. Further back. Can Height do it? Height's got damage. Overkill's got damage. And Lillery, they've all got damage. Oh dear me. Of course, that all happened back on lap number 23, coming in the last sector. And that's unfortunate for all drivers. This may stay like this for now. And I'm not sure what is going on. It looks like we're in qualifying mode, apparently. I do apologise for that. Oh, and that's Height very wide with that damage. I'm not... Oh, my Height really struggling. Oh, and that is... Who is... That's Harley, maybe? No, that's Payne. It is Payne. He's on the medium tyres. Payne, the man with a full front wing, could somehow get on the podium. He has been struggling on those mediums for a long, long time. But with everybody in front of him, it could be a podium for the Renault man. So we'll keep an eye on these. Well, I know the gaps, but I don't know who is who, unfortunately. I do apologise. There's some sort of glitch when there was contact between Overkill and Lillery. So unfortunately, that has happened. But I will power on through here in Bahrain. Payne, can he do anything? But it looks like Overkill is the closest with Lillery in front of him. He's almost got no front wing on the left side. Height's way too far back, but it looks like Overkill's going to go around the outside. Both massive lockups here through turn 1 and 2, and it stays the same for now. Both still going. Payne in 5th, Height 4th, Overkill 3rd, and Lillery in P number 2. It's Tommy still leading the race. Oh, that it looks like Overkill is pushing him through this section of the track. He's definitely quicker, but with that damage, he's really struggling. Going a little bit wide there. Could penalties come into play at the end of the race and cause an upset on the podium? We'll have to keep an eye on that. But Payne has finally got past Height. No, they're not. They're side by side towards turn 10. Height has the inside line. Payne being squeezed out there. Height holds P4 for now. Lillery still holding P2, Overkill P3. The fact that the guys behind are battling is really helping 2nd and 3rd, holding their podium positions. Height doing a great job with half a front wing, holding off Payne, who has got half a front wing as well. So damage for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th at the moment. Can the car of Ninjas do anything? He's got no damage. Can he, in the last 4 laps, do anything? I'll keep an eye on that, but it looks like Overkill is the closest it's been in a long time. Driver retired, unfortunately. I don't know who that is, but Overkill, he's the closest. He's almost side by side with him already. Lillery holding the inside line. What will he be able to do? Braking late. Can he go around the outside? Oh, he's been pushed off once again. Not being able to go past, unfortunately, there for the man in the Williams car. Still as it is, with 3.5 laps to go here in Bahrain. And what am I doing again? Sorry, apologies. Someone... Tommy still leading the race with Lillery 2nd. Overkill 3rd. Payne in 4th. Height in P number 5. Stay on board with Overkill. Can he finally get past him on lap 26? Payne is getting involved as well. Can Payne manage to get on the podium? Been a while since I've seen Payne on the podium, so if he can do it, that will be absolutely brilliant here in Bahrain. He's still behind him through turn number 11. Up the hill towards the start of sector number 3. Can Payne do anything? Ooh, a lot of lag from these guys, unfortunately, but still nice and clean at the moment. We haven't seen the cleanest of races. Can Ninja? Nah, Ninja's a little bit too far back. I thought he potentially could do something. Oh, is that Ninja's or height? I've got no idea. Where is... I will say above their name. There we go. I can check. Okay, so height has just disappeared. So I've got no idea why height has gone, unfortunately. Must have retired. But Ninja's isn't too far back either. Can he get involved as well at the end of this race? 3 laps remaining here in Bahrain. Overkill still not being able to get past. Could we potentially see punctures here? Because these guys haven't got a front wing, breaking. There's a lot of tyre smoke coming up from these guys. Potentially, we'll have to keep an eye on that in the latter stages of this Grand Prix. Payne, he's surely got to do something here. He has the most front wing out of all these guys. He's got to somehow make a move on both Overkill and Lilry. Through turn 10 they come. Ninja's still not making any ground. 2.2 separates those guys. Payne's still there in his Renault. Through turn 11. Can he go up the hill? Can he make it work through here? I'm not quite sure if he can. My screen has gone black. Oh, for fuck's sake. I do apologise, guys. Not sure what is going on with my system here. This is not good. There we go. It's back again. Apologies for that. I couldn't see a thing. Overkill and Lilry down the straight. Overkill almost passed him before the lap has even started. Can Overkill finally do it? He can't seem to go around the outside of the man in P2. Go both late on the brake, and that is very deep. And my screen's gone black again, but that is Overkill. Up in a second. I do apologise. I missed out my screen. Something's going wrong with my Xbox. Unfortunately, everything's gone wrong in the stream tonight. But Overkill finally getting that P2 off Lilry. Can Payne do anything? Payne's dropped back slightly as well. Ninja's getting involved. Now 1.3 seconds to Payne. Can he do anything on the last 2 laps here in Bahrain? Overkill up a second. Could he actually get first, maybe? A lot to do for a lap and a half. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Tom holding the lead, 1.1 seconds, as long as we don't get any penalties. The top 3, don't think I've got any penalties at all. But Payne on the back of Lilry, the man who came second last week. Can he stay on the podium? Can he hold his streak? Will he be able to get on the podium again? That is the question. Can Payne do anything? Can Ninjas do anything further back as they go on to their last lap of the Grand Prix here in Bahrain? Tom leading the way. And will he get the DRS? I don't think he will. Overkill. Well, let's get back on board with Payne. Can Payne do anything? Ninja's a little bit too far back. Payne, last lap, he's got this only a couple of chances left to get onto the podium late in the brakes with that full front wing. Can he do anything? A little bit too far back at the moment as I come through turn 1, 2 and 3 towards turn 4. Back on the straight. No DRS on this straight, unfortunately, towards turn 4. Tom still leading, is down under a second now. Payne 4/10 behind the Ferrari in front of him. Round turn 4 towards turn 5, 6, 7 and 8. Who is quicker through this section? Payne looks to be, but he is doing a lot of corner cutting, going all over the curbs. It almost like rallycross for the Renault man. Comes around turn 9. Can he get on the podium? Can he do anything? He will have DRS, but it looks like Lilry will get as well. Lilry's gone wide round turn 10, and that's Payne up into P3. I say it was going to happen, and Payne smashes it up into P number 3, and Lilry is down. He's got a puncture. Lilry, the Ferrari man, has got a puncture on the last lap. Oh no, he's going to lose more positions. That looks like Chris is going to get him as well. Oh dear, Lilry, the Ferrari man, is out of it. That is absolutely gutting on the last lap. I said they were going to have a puncture, and it happened at the very last minute. Down to 6th place now. Can Overkill do anything into the last corner? Tom in front of him. He goes deep, trying to get the best run out of the final corner. Can he do it? They're almost side by side. He's got a puncture. He's got a puncture the front left for Tom. Oh, I don't know. It looked like he got a puncture on the very last corner. Wow, that was close there, everything. Tom and Overkill there. I think it's all messed up because they're all in different positions, but we'll have to double check this right at the end, but oh my, what an ending we had here. Woohoo! Puncture galore. I said we were going to have it, and we had it. I think Tom won, but Ninjas is currently in P1. Has Ninjas actually won this out of nowhere? That would be quite amazing if he has. Of course, we're waiting for the rest of the drivers to finish. Guys, if you've got any questions for the podium, well, wait for a second. I'm not quite sure who is actually on the podium. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I've got a hell of a lot of notifications through my phone. Here. Just waiting on... Who is that? Ricardo to finish off the race down in 9th place. He gets to get the point, so that is good for him. But yeah, what an absolute blistering race we had here in Bahrain. Lots of overtaking, lots of controversy. So there we go. Race over. Peanut in 9th place in his McLaren. So I'm still not sure what the podium was, purely because of the issues we had, unfortunately, streaming. So is that Ninjas getting P1? I'm really not sure who is who. Oh dear, right. Did they get penalties? Did second and third get penalties? That will tell me. Let's just double check. It's not changing for me. Okay. Right, I'm not really sure what's going on here because of the issues we've had. I think maybe best just to end the stream there because of the issue. I'm not sure who actually won. So I think we'll end it there. But yeah, thank you for joining, guys. It's been an excellent race here in Bahrain. Thank you very much for joining. Don't forget to check out Tier 1 and 2. Their streams will be on YouTube very soon. You can watch them on Twitch as well, if you do want to do that. But yeah, another brilliant race here in Bahrain. Thank you very much for watching. My name has been Chickmaster22. Go and check me out on Twitter and YouTube. That would be fantastic if you do that. Go check out Inside Line Racing as well on Twitter, YouTube and Twitch. And we'll see you next week for a brand new race. Good night.